Okay, guys, 5.2, de quadratic formula. Quadratische formule. So there are two ways. That's also what you saw in chapter 3. And you guys really had problems with it. Two ways of factorizing. You got the x to the power of 2 minus 6x minus 7 is 0. And then you see, okay, I can immediately see that this one will become x and x. Think with me, guys. What will this become? Minus 1 times positive 6. Nope, that's not it. Because it's plus 1 times here. Plus 1 times 7. You want to get negative 6. So we need plus 1 times negative 7. Because then that's when you add it, you get minus 6. So it's plus 1 minus 7 is 0. X will be minus 1 or x will be 7. Yeah. You also have this way. You have 4x squared minus 8. And then you know that is 0. Okay, it's 4x. The x stays inside minus, I have to write x here, minus 2 is 0. 4x is 0, x is 0, or x minus 2 is 0, x will be 2. So that is vectorize. Yeah, so factorize. Then there's also something else. Completing the square. Yeah, that was the last two sections of chapter 3, and you guys were really struggling with that. So completing the square for binomials and trinomials. So for example, let's look at, I want to have a good example. X squared minus 8x plus 2 is 0. So when you think about it, multiplying 1 times 2 will give me 2, but never I will get minus 8. That is how you know you don't work with this method. And I saw this happening on the test, people writing this, but hello, you cannot continue. You need to complete the square. And then, you know, we've practiced this. You divide whatever this is by 2. Yeah? So you get x minus 4 to the power of 2. But then you know you are left with 16. You will get 16. So you need to subtract 16 to get 0 again, because else you have 16 for nothing. And then add the 2, because you know you want the plus 2 to be there. Yeah, so this was completing the square. This was 3.5, 3.5, and 3.6. Yeah. So that is 0. So it's not this method, but it's completing the square. You have to do this. And then, okay, you know, okay, x minus 4 to the power of 2 minus 14 is 0. Then you have to take the 14 to the right side. Becomes positive. Then you take the square root of both sides. So the square root of x minus 4, yeah, to the power of 2, and the square root of 14. You get the positive answer. So x minus 4 will be positive square root of 14, or x minus 4 will be the negative answer of 14. Don't work with decimals. Don't work yet. So then you get x, 4 to the other side, square root of 14 plus 4. And over here it's minus square root of 14 plus 4. X will be negative, yeah? So this is completing the square, and then you can write down, you can work with the calculator now, type it in. You get about 7.74, and this one will be about 0.26. Okay? So remember, it's or factorizing or completing the square, and that's a really important skill that you must know, and that's something you see here. This step, from this step to this step, very important skill. Okay? So if you don't understand this one yet, ask me again, and go back indeed to completing the square. Yeah, so this is actually only theory 8. It's a little bit of repetition. So now you're done with this. Just work on 13 and 14. Yeah, work on exercise 13 and 14. Okay, this is just to prepare you for theory B.